on my main channel, but I was way too exhausted and tired to film a separate video for this channel, so then I just kind of linked it and put it in my community tab. But I mean, I don't really know how many people check that out. If this is news to you, I am with child. You guys know a little bit about it, so you kind of know the struggles I've been through, but I'm not going to go through all of that again. If you want to see the announcement in the first place and me going kind of into depth with that, I'll leave a link in the description below. But yeah, I'll be posting all the prego videos and stuff on this channel, not my main channel. If you're into that stuff, then it'll be here. So basically, here's my first trimester in a nutshell. So before I begin in the details about this trimester, I will definitely say each pregnancy, every time you are pregnant, it will be completely different than the last. The very first time I was pregnant, which was in July/August, that one was peaceful. Some of the signs I was noticing initially was that my breasts had gotten much bigger than they were before, and my acne was just atrocious. And this was literally around the time where I wanted to kind of revamp my whole routine and fix my skin because it was breaking out like crazy and I didn't really understand why. But come to find out, I was pregnant and my hormones were pretty much responsible for the horrible acne I was like experiencing. Like, it was rough. I wasn't really tired, it was kind of average, and I didn't really have any food aversions. I did experience slight nausea towards I would say week 7, but I think that's around the time when I actually lost my child, and I didn't find that out until 9 weeks after. So that's when I found out during that ultrasound. So it was just beginning, but then it kind of stopped, so it wasn't really intense. My second pregnancy, which was in November, that one didn't last too long either. It only was about 6 weeks, so I did not experience any symptoms for anything, and so I didn't really notice a difference in like my breasts or anything because I was still kind of rolling off the first time I was pregnant. So yeah, there wasn't really much change, but I was prepared that time of my skincare stuff, and I finally found skincare products that I could use and stuff for my acne that was okay and pregnancy safe. So I ordered a bunch of that stuff, but then I lost that child, so I kind of had it in my cupboard. Now we move on to this pregnancy, and this is my first successful, viable pregnancy. So I'm getting it hard. All of the symptoms you can imagine. So far it's not been too fun, but it's starting to kind of mellow out now. So overall, you know, since I was experiencing multiple pregnancies in a short amount of time, I kind of could tell with my body once it changed. So I kind of already knew with this one, like when I did become pregnant, I kind of had a feeling. So then I just took a test and it was positive. And so that was around, I guess, I would say week 3. So week 3 I discovered I was pregnant. Weeks 4, 5, and 6, that's when I started feeling really exhausted. I was taking a lot more naps. I was much more tired. I couldn't really do too much, and my body just felt dead. And it just got worse and worse after that. Week 7 and week 8, that's when the insane, intense nausea kicked in. I was always under the impression of, like, when it was called morning sickness, it would be in the morning or at some point in the day, and it'd be like a short span of time, and like you just get waves of feeling really nauseous and a lot of vomiting and all of that stuff. But it exists the whole time. So morning sickness is a lie. It was just nausea straight through 24/7, every waking moment you can possibly think of. I was borderline just trying to keep it all, and I have not thrown up once, knock on wood. but it was really, really close to it, and it was miserable. Miserable. Like, I can't even explain to you how miserable. If you've experienced it, then, you know, we know. But, and that's when my exhaustion just crashed down to the dirt, and I could not do anything. And I was so thankful that everything has been virtual, because I don't know how I would have been able to manage physically, like getting up and going to work and just, you know, standing and walking around all day, every day. There's no way in hell I would have been able to handle that at all. So thank you for just allowing me to be home and like turn my computer off and dive into the bed and just pretty much be dead for the rest of the day until the new day started. So because my nausea was so intense, I couldn't eat anything. Everything basically made me nauseous, and I envy those who even have a craving. Like, it could be a weird craving. I literally craved nothing, and I couldn't handle it. Anything with a strong scent, whether it be good or bad, it made my nausea just go insane, and because of that I couldn't really eat much. The only things I could really eat was like milk and eggs and spinach, and even that, like when I ate too much of it, then pretty much my body's like, okay, no more, that makes you nauseous now. So it became like kind of an emergency to find foods that I could eat and like that would sit well with my stomach, because I was really hungry. When I'm hungry, I'm not nice either. Of course, I was being nice to everyone because it's not their fault, but I was miserable and I was really grumpy and just really hungry and nauseous. And that's the worst combination. And I would become nauseous because I was hungry, and I couldn't eat anything because everything made me nauseous. So it was like a vicious cycle that never ended. And then when I could find something to eat, and I did have, you know, the ability to sit down and eat something, once any type of food or anything touched my tongue, I was on a time limit of like 10 minutes. And after that 10 minutes was up, if I didn't finish what was on my plate or whatever, I couldn't eat it anymore, because then that's when my nausea would kick in again. So it was rough, and it's pretty much been that way since. And so week 9, that's when I actually went in for my first ultrasound, and that's when I got to hear the heartbeat, and I got to talk to my midwives, and basically kind of updated them on my misery. They tried to give me options, and that's pretty much what I've been testing for the weeks to come. And I've been sick of eating crackers and drinking ginger ale, and I had ice pops. I tried that. I tried every possible thing you can think of other than taking medication and I guess those wristband things to help you with motion sickness and stuff that would curb your nausea. I just kind of dealt with it and went to bed whenever, you know, I couldn't really handle it. So pretty much weeks 10, 11, 12, 13, all of the misery still was strong. I still had no energy to do anything, which is why I haven't uploaded anything, and I still couldn't really eat anything. And that's when I had another meet with midwives, because I guess you do it every 4 weeks. And so I discovered I was losing weight, and they said it's okay because of the nausea and stuff, but I guess, like, you know, it should die down 2nd and 3rd trimester, so hopefully then you'll be able to eat more. And so that drove me nuts, because I didn't want to lose weight, because I already have an issue and problem with gaining weight and keeping the weight in the first place. And so, you know, I was kind of worried, because, you know, you're supposed to gain a certain amount of weight while you're pregnant and stuff, for a healthy pregnancy and healthy baby. So week 14 and 15 kind of was still the same thing. I was not really noticing a change in the nausea, but I was able to slowly start to introduce the things that I used to be able to eat, like the milk. I couldn't drink milk anymore because, like, it just, the creaminess, I guess, made me nauseous, so I couldn't eat yogurt or anything that tasted too creamy anymore. I was able to start eating a little bit more eggs, and like a little bit more spinach and a little bit more of, you know, random things, and I discovered I could eat buffalo chicken. So I was eating buffalo chicken and buffalo pizza, and that kind of saved the day a little bit, but like I couldn't survive only eating that, so you know, it was what it was. But then I roll into week 16, and that's like after the, well, basically the end mark of the first trimester, and I did notice my nausea is starting to subside a little bit more and more each day that went by, and so I was able to kind of eat more, and then I kind of felt my energy returning, so I was able to do more that I wanted to do and, you know, should have been doing. Exercising, no, not yet, which I really feel bad about not doing, but I couldn't move. Just been plastered to my bed like all day, every day. And then finally week 17, that's when I had another visit with my midwives. They found I gained weight finally, and you know, I gained a couple pounds back, so it's not like I'm still losing anything, so I was pretty happy with that. And also just, you know, I've just been overall happy that it is true. It will kind of subside and die down slowly, maybe not completely, but it's much better than it was before, and I can eat. That's all I really cared about. I just wanted to eat. So now I'm rolling into week 18, not week 8, week 18, and yeah, I'm still kind of tired. I still get exhausted. I still take my afternoon naps for like 3 or 4 hours, and I still go to bed pretty early, which is kind of past my bedtime, and I've been tired. I'm like, no, I'm going to sit down and do this video, because even though it feels like it's really, really slow leading up to my due date, which is in October, the weeks go by really fast, and what I wanted to do was take pictures of my stomach and stuff since like week 9, but there's no way in hell I would have been able to move or do anything. And so now, since I sort of have the energy, I kind of have to really force myself to get up and, you know, do the things I need to do. So hopefully I can get it together and you know, get something before this pregnancy is just all done. So I want to kind of document something. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just been miserable nausea 99% of the time, and intense exhaustion and hunger. So that's what it's been. Some people are lucky and they only have nausea like a little bit, and they get to kind of enjoy their pregnancy, but some are miserable, and you know, some might even like get sick. So it varies from person to person, and it also varies from pregnancy to pregnancy. So I kind of have my ideas of what's inside. I won't know until my 20 weeks, so it's coming up really soon. And so yeah, that's basically it. Kind of a little quickie overview of, you know, not even what was expected, because I didn't really expect anything. Well, I was expecting to have a much nicer, more gentle, subtle pregnancy, but no. That's not how I roll, and I guess that's not how my children will roll either. So yeah, but it's been good. I'm not sure what I want to do, whether I want to do like a weekly, which I can't even make promises because I don't even know if I'll have the energy for that, any of that. But if I did, I might do weekly, or just every, you know, a couple of weeks. I'll just give you a little update on what's going on with my health and the baby and all of that stuff. But they're healthy, and they keep kicking and moving around a lot, which I thought was kind of like my abs twitching, or like, you know, gas bubbles or what. It was just kind of like I thought my muscles were just like stretching and getting ready to kind of grow, but after a while it was in like one certain spot that I kept noticing, and it was around the same time, and then I realized it's the little one moving. And so since my stomach got a little bit bigger, and since they got a little bit bigger, and I can feel them moving much more. They're a little bit sassy. And now they're a little rebellious and they keep moving around at like 1 in the morning, and it would be like non-stop, so I don't think they know what bedtime is. Not yet, at least. But yeah, I won't talk you to death now, and I will save any more information for the next update, and maybe it'll be less nausea, more food, more happy, and less miserable sleep. Anyways, I guess I'll see you in my next video. I'll get back into the normal of regular things I've been doing on this channel, so sorry if you've been expecting that and waiting for that and you got nothing. So now you'll get a little bit of something. So anyways, have a wonderful night, morning, evening, or afternoon whenever you're watching, and I will see you lovelies next time.